Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live with our next presentation of the day. Welcome to the seventh edition of India Affiliate Summit, co-presented by IMA and Incrementality, powered by Optimized Media, brought to you by Zapads Media in association with Track here. Without any further ado, let's move on to the next presentation of the day on the topic of driving incrementality with affiliates. Let me introduce you to our moderator, Mr. Prathamesh. He is the head growth country manager from Licious. I would request all the delegates to keep posting their questions in the chat box, and we will address few selected questions at the end of the session. Over to you, Prathamesh.
Hi guys, I have just 15 minutes, so I'll quickly start. The way this presentation is designed is I have kept brands at the center. What should brands do when they want to drive incrementality with affiliates? So what I'm going to do over the next 15 minutes, I hope you'll get this PPT. Shivani, will they get this PPT as a part of email or something? Or you guys can take a screenshot or notes, whatever you want, if you want to do. So over
Yeah,
the
if
next
you can drop us an email, we can share. If you are okay with it, we can share
yeah, please bindas PPT use karo aap log.
Great.
So the next 15 minutes, I want you to take some 10 key takeaways out of it. These are certain thumb rules which I have got from my learnings. To give you a background, I have worked at Capes 24/7 before. Worked at Milk Basket. Milk Basket is where we grew approximately 15x during our tenure. At Licious, luckily we grew close to 10x during my tenure there. And what we're going to do, let's quickly jump here, and it will be really great if you guys can keep on asking any questions there. I love to have an interactive session. Okay, I think there are a lot of questions already. Yes, let's move here. First question, first thing that is my learning. It will be a very controversial statement that I'm going to make here in an affiliate summit is your affiliate spend should not exceed more than 10% of your digital spends. Whatever you're spending on performance marketing, please keep an upper cap what you're spending on affiliates. I have been there, done that, experienced some not so good things where haven't got the real traction that we are looking for. So that's why my rule of thumb is we exceeded our spends there. And that's why my suggestion is keep a cap of 10%. I'll come back to this slide in the end, why I'm saying 10%, why not 20%, why not 50, why not 50 even for that matter. I see a lot of affiliate agencies are on the call here. I'm pretty sure they might kill me after this. Second one, equally controversially, I'm saying just work with 5 affiliates, not more than that. That should be a part of your marketing mix. Don't try to spread yourself too thin. Any brand marketer here, you might be working. I have worked at a time with probably 20 affiliates, and trust me, there was a time when we stopped working with a majority of them. There was no difference in the total number that we were looking, the total traction that we were looking. In fact, our organic traction, in fact, went up after that. So that's one. Next, I'll come to yes. Now, this is the most important part. How do you experiment with affiliates, whether you want to drive incrementality or not? How do you eventually come to that? One of the things that we have done that has really worked, that we have seen here is in certain cities, we know how a city is able to grow. What we did was we actually went dark with one of the channels, and I'm not talking about like just affiliates. We even went with our programmatic channels, DV360, Google DV360, and we actually saw how it was impacting the total numbers. We had a trend where we can see how organic is trending, how remarketing is trending, how prospecting is trending. What we were able to see when we stopped it for 2 months. We did those experiments. We were able to measure the incrementality, what we are actually arriving because of it. So I think this is one thing. If you are a brand and if you have multiple cities, multiple states that you can experiment with, go ahead and do these. Go dark on one channel and see what is the incrementality it is bringing. I know this might sound risky, but this is essential. This is a part of the growth experiments, the growth hack that you guys will be working on. Now, Obviously, matlab, these are the basic metrics that you guys might be measuring. Click to install time, click to install ratio, install to conversion ratio. But if you want to understand the real impact of affiliates, you need to go beyond these basic metrics. You need to see what's like the conversion time that you are able to see. Like we actually saw certain affiliates which were actually working really well. Like for us, they were actually driving traffic during the time of grocery hours. So, for example, at Milk Basket or at Licious, you see grocery consumption typically happens is in the evening. Like for example, in the evening after 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., users usually order for the next day. So if you go and understand how are they driving traffic to you, at what time, what is the conversion window, what are the drop-offs that are happening, you will get to know the real impact of affiliates, not just in a negative way, but as well as in a positive way as well. Next one, I think this is one of the most beautiful things I would say that we have discovered. Uh, Talk to your attribution platforms, your manager out there. They have a lot of insights on a lot of the basic metrics that we think we know. They know a lot of new metrics which we were never even aware such metrics existed. So go and talk to your attribution platforms. They know more about the users, the user journey, and as well as different affiliates that you're working with. They typically they are able to aggregate all the data for everyone. So I think this is something, what I would suggest is, uh, we don't actively engage that much. I think I was guilty of that when I was at Milk Basket. Like we were working with AppsLab, we were not very continuous engagement nahi tha. But what we've seen is whenever we talk to them, there's something new that comes up. So I think setting up these cadences will actually help you to grow further. One of the other things again that has really worked well, for example, if I'm talking about incrementality, you want to grow more. Incrementality, I think, in the measurement is getting a new channel which actually moves the needle completely. So a lot of times when I talk to my industry friends, they actually tell me what is working, what is not. In fact, they also take certain advice from me. For example, तुम्हारे यहाँ पे क्या चल रहा है, तुम्हारे यहाँ पे कौन अच्छा affiliate है, कोई कौन सा अच्छा नहीं है. See, it's a mixed bag. And when you speak to someone, you'll get a very common thread. This is what is working, this is not. So I think as a brand, it's very important that somebody who has an experience, for example, 3 months, 6 months, that they're working with a certain affiliate, and if that is working well for them, there's a good chance that that person will work well for you as well, depending on the industry, depending on the category that you're working, depending on the channel as well. So for example, some affiliates are really good on mobile or on app, whereas some affiliates are really good on web. So I think just identifying those industry people and keeping that contact and sharing your notes pretty regularly, this will actually help you drive incrementality there. Oh, I think this is one thing any naive person might fall into, and any naive, I'll say I was guilty of that. We were facing a challenge. We wanted to grow. Licious is a growing company, and my Google, Facebook channels were not able to scale. Whereas my affiliates will come back, okay, give us a budget, we can scale. And this happened continuously for some time. And later on, when we dug deeper, we saw all kind of wrong things that were happening. So if your affiliate partner comes and tells you, yes, we can scale to X, when you're Google and Facebook at your TCPA bid, the target cost per acquisition that you typically put a bid, it's not able to scale further. I think you need to check it again. Just be very wary of what is happening there. I don't know whether that will drive incrementality or not, whether that's so these checks will actually help you if you are moving in the right direction. So I always take, for example, a lot of times my affiliate partners have been telling me, why do you keep me at a benchmark with Google, Facebook? I say I think that's the industry benchmark, and I would want to keep it. So I have typically seen, and my experience has been, your organic and paid channels, they both go hand in hand. You can actually go and check what is your organic percentage growth, organic, your paid channel growth. You will see they both go hand in hand. Typically, it isn't that your organic acquisitions will keep on, your organic traction will keep on going down, and your paid channel will suddenly spike up. That never happens. That is happening. This is what you are spamming into. You're just eating into each other. It will be very clear to you. Another thing that I have observed, so we stopped working with certain affiliates, and what happened was, even after 6 months, we could still see there's a certain click-based attribution that is happening to that. And we have stopped working with that, and I'm pretty sure after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, beyond that, you can't see any inventory that an affiliate will give you because you're not paying them. But still, if there is certain attribution that is happening, there is fundamentally there is some doubt. There's something going wrong that you need to check there. Another thing is, I think you need to understand how your channel mix is. Like, for example, once you go to your raw reports or probably what your attribution platform gives, uh, try to make affiliates complementary. A lot of times I've seen affiliates are really good, for example, at remarketing actually. So just try to understand which channel plays what role for you. uh, we have seen, for example, Google UAC typically is the top funnel, like it actually drives installs. Or for example, TV, it actually drives install. You guys would have seen the Anil Kapoor ad, but the conversion is delayed out there. Now, if you want to convert, that's where the affiliate start coming to the picture. So I think you as a channel owner need to go deeper, not just looking at the top funnel acquisitions. I'm talking about acquisitions. Affiliates typically give you acquisitions or the repeat traffic, but look at it where if there is a funnel drop off, is there any remarketing affiliate that is actually coming and helping you out? So I think that is something you should definitely be looking at. Uh, okay. Yeah, I think one of the things very rarely missed, for example, so what we actually did was, for example, we actually got the raw reports and we saw which customer has come from which channel. We actually started speaking to them, and I think that was the genesis where a lot of our customers said we never saw the ad, and we were surprised. We said, "हमारे raw report में तो ऐसे दिख रहा है." And so I think that is one thing. If you look at raw reports, speak to your customers. A lot of times, as marketeers, data driven, we always focus on quant. We don't focus on the call part. So qualitative analysis will actually help you. Second, try to keep on tweaking your creators. I think this is where that incrementality actually keeps on bringing. There is something called as creative fatigue, definitely. A lot of marketers differ on that, but I'll say there's definitely something called as creative fatigue. So please, when you look at your raw data, there will be a lot of insights on the creative level as well that you can capture there. I think, yeah, so we are on time. I finished my 10 slides. There are a couple of questions. Niharika is asking, is Licious spending on affiliate channel? Yes. But in terms of scale, where we were probably a year before, I would say not even close to, I would say, 20-25% of that. We have actually scaled it down completely. Whatever I've said, we have actually incorporated all these things and are focusing on that. Uh, Avinash is asking me, for example, I agree affiliate spend should not be more than 10%. I understand what Licious Madam says. So Google are major spending. In terms of margins, are they being profitable? Avinash, I think, see, media is going to get expensive. I think with more and more startup funding, we know there was a very popular quote which said 40% of startup funding goes to Google's and Facebook. I think that's where all marketers like us are facing this challenge. CAC तो बढ़ते ही जाएगा scale के साथ. How do you bring it down is reducing dependence on media. Reducing dependence on media comes through better content, building a better community, exploring newer channels. I think today there are a lot of distribution channels. A lot of times, as marketers, we don't even look at that. I would say everyone go and talk to banks, partnerships. There's so many partnership itself is such a huge channel. If you start scratching it, it gives, trust me, it gives you lower CAC than Google, Facebook, affiliate, anybody put together. I can tell you that. Referral is one more strong channel. If you have a strong product service, why won't customers talk about it? Why don't you leverage it? That is something. So yeah, so Google and Facebook are important channels, but we are expanding into other channels. uh, so I think I'll take one more. Daniel has asked, as a brand executive, what are the major problems working with efficient next to the positive side? We face a lot of frauds, Daniel, out there. And I think that's why I've been very, very, and from a brand side, it was not just my problem. When I spoke to other people, it was pretty much a common theme uh, across different industry experts as well. So I think as a human, I think everybody says there is AI, there's ML, but I think as a human, there's something like if you put those checks and balances, you will be able to get the best out of affiliates. And Gurpreet, yeah, I think that 10% cap is my opinion. I think that is something that is working really well for us. That's okay. I won't call it a thumb rule. That's my recommendation or suggestion. I think it's up to everyone, whoever wants to take. Abhijit, you're saying overall experience with affiliate has not been very. I have burnt my fingers, but अभी दूध का जला अगर छाछ भी फूक फूक के पीता है तो yes, I am in that. So, but right now for the last, I would say 6 months or so, we have been on a very good trajectory. I would not name any affiliates. मतलब वो थोड़ा clash हो जाएगा. There are certain sponsors and everywhere. But yeah, I'm happy to connect with you, Abhijit. One on one, I can help you out वहाँ पे. So yeah, for your brands, brand, do you prefer agency or handle it internally? If you work with them, what are the KPIs? Okay, this is the last one. I think we've overshot time. So I think it's a
Prathamesh, we
mix.
have to wrap it up.
Yeah. So I think it's a mix of agency as well as internal team, and the KPIs, I think, simple as scale as well as efficiency. That uh, and third one is that we put at the quality. A lot of times, for example, in acquisitions, it's very easy for somebody to just get the first transaction by running an offer, but it's important that the quality sustains. So it's scale. What is the scale of acquisitions that you get at the desired target, and at the same time, finally, the quality of the user. Yeah, I think that is it from my end. Thank you for your 15 minutes. I hope this were useful for you all. Uh, I hope it was. I'm happy to connect. LinkedIn पे तो है ही हम लोग. You can just drop a note on that.
Thank you, Prathamesh. Thank you so much for your time. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our partners as well. Our title partner, V Commission, powered by Partner Optimized Media, brought to you by partners Apads Media, and in association with partner Trachea Registration Partner, Value Leaf, Digital Growth Partner, Microsoft Inmobi, Global Gold Partners, Admitat, and Velco Media, Silver Partner, Bidroid.io, Mobile Performance Partner, Collectsen, Bronze Partner Cashkaro, and Platform Partner Airmeet. Please stay tuned for other presentations, and please don't forget to visit our expo booths as well. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.